I'm going to show you, so y'all kind of got it. I'm going to show you, there's a bunch of stuff, and we could do this at another time on interviewing, competency-based interviewing, in terms of how you answer with star stories. Behavior-based questions, contrary questions, that can be another time. But I want to show you this. 2 quick slides, I'm going to let you go. All right? So we talk about stars. So when you're doing this, be prepared to tell your stories in interviews in this format. Star stories, situation, task, action, result. When they say, tell me about a time you did such and such, tell it in that fashion. Well, the situation was this, the task or action we took was that, the result we got with this. Tell them the story of it. Okay? Finally, this is something I can give you on my website, but this whole thing about solution selling interviewing, what is that? Spin is a sales model that was developed back in the 70s. It's really simple. I like to use it as an interview model because it's simple. You ask situation questions that identify or clarifies the prevailing situation of why the job is open or what's going on with the company. Problem questions identify what are the prevailing problems, challenges, or opportunities that are out there as a result of the situation that you got to go solve. Implication questions. What are the implications and whether or not this gets solved right or not? Big implication, big problem, little implication, little problem. Zero your questions in on the big implication issues. And then finally, need payoff questions or solution questions. Have you thought about this? Have you tried that? Well, at my former employer, we did this, and you can tell a star story. So now you're linking your solutions back to their problem or challenge, and that's the payoff for them. All right? So there's actually, I like to have tools, like in the exercise we just went through of your branding statement, interviewing, little mind things that you can have, acronyms that allows you to have a great deal of depth, but simplified in your mind. Again, I'll send you this. On my website, my card's back there. Go to the blog section, read an article. It's called Interviewing, Offer the Solutions, Win the Job. Interviewing, Offer the Solutions, Win the Job. Click on the upper right-hand corner of my website, and you can find that. And there's also an article on there about competencies. Read that one, okay? Now, I'm going to show you this, and we're going to drop this. This is the way to organize your interviews, especially a lot of times it's going to be a phone interview, and I can get you this document. These are your hard skills: technical, leadership, business, finance, marketing, operations. That's an example. You're going to put your own technical areas in there. All right? In these cells, you're going to write star stories. So what is the star story that I want to tell when I'm asked questions about my technical acumen or my leadership acumen, etc.? Just like in sports, game planning, I'm a high school football coach too, everything we do is game planning. All right, same thing here. So you're going to put your star stories in each of these verticals. So you got the job order here, you got this on here, and you're on your phone. Man, you got all the cheat sheet right here. Now, competencies. Put your competencies up here. Now put star stories in these cells the text will wrap. Don't tell the full star story, just a couple of words that will remind you of it. All right? As it hits these vertical areas. Now, companies in their job descriptions, they need, I have, they need, I have, they need, I have. Match them up. Okay? This SMW means strong, moderate, or weak match. That'll help you a little bit. What's my transition or reason for leaving statement? Why am I looking? Get that down. Post interview summary. This is some of the check things you need to do at the end of the interview. Now, again, I'm going to tell you something, and you can get this later. 2 questions I recommend everybody ask at the end of an interview, and they're bold questions. As a result of our discussion, result of my resume, what do you think qualifies me as the leading candidate or a leading candidate for this position? Okay? Yeah. That's the $64,000 question. As a result of our conversation, what do you feel qualifies me as a leading candidate for this position? Let's find out where you stand. Second question, is there anything that would give you pause to consider me as a leading candidate? You're not going to say, what are your concerns? Then if they don't have them, they're going to have to manufacture them. You don't want to, psychologically, you don't want to go there. Pause means, I can still offer you the job, I'm just going to, this is still a little thing that's hanging out there. Ask those 2 questions. You'll know where you stand, and if you get a pause issue, you can reboot your answer and maybe, recapture it. Last page, I'm going to end here. Here's the little cheat sheet on your branding statement. Here's the spin interviewing outline. And then here's just some things on the job interview process. You can have this cheat sheet right on your screen here, the job description there, your resume, you're good as gold. All right? If ever you guys like want to get together as a group and do coffee and a big Q&A, we didn't have time for much Q&A, I apologize. I'll come back down from Highlands Ranch, but I want to do it for a group, not a couple, because I want to make sure. So if you guys want to get together and do that, I'm happy to do it. Thank you. I know this was like, showing up and throwing up a little bit, and I apologize for that, but thank you for your attention. Hopefully it was helpful. I'll stick around a few minutes. My cards are back there. Thank you.